All right, welcome back to another week of weekly outlook. Um, so far, we go through the DXY first, just to get an idea on how the USD pair um, is performing right now. So overall, I think the DXY is still bearish at the moment. We have monthly fair values created on the downside. So we have also a yearly fair value in the discount. So right now, I think we are seeking the IRL in terms of monthly, and then we will go back down to the yearly fair value. Overall bearish, we can see that there is a short-term bullish after taking out a lot of sell-side liquidity over here. Price seek the monthly fair value. I think we might see some sideways price action over the next few weeks, and then we will probably go back down to all these sales and liquidity again. I will just go through a few major pairs and something that I'm watching for this week trades. So Australian dollar, US dollar, looking at bullish order flow right now. We made an higher low, higher high. So hopefully we can get a higher low over here, and then we will take a long back up to this ERL. Minimum, I would demand for a H4. Right now, nothing is being shown yet. I think we still need some time to form the right PA, or maybe not even this week. Euro dollar, we are right in the monthly fair value. Someone asked me in the chat just now. So are we good to long or are we good to short for this? When I see price tag the buy side liquidity, without any closure, body closure to the upside, no new fair value created. Um, the price action show that it will likely come back down to seek the monthly fair value, which is the RL. Eventually, we did. Um, Looking at daily wise, we didn't get any entry. So right now, if we're still bullish, I anticipate, I would guess that the price might go back up a little bit to the premium, back down again to liquidate the early longs, and then the final move after that. So usually my take is that a strong POI will be manipulated at least twice and above. So right now it's just the first time, although it has failed more than 50% of this, but I think there's still more to be manipulated before we see the real move up. Pound dollar, same thing. But we don't have monthly fair value for this pair. I think for the past few weeks, pound is stronger. Pound was stronger than euro, but I think moving towards the new next 1 or 2 weeks, we might see euro stronger than pound instead. So this one is currently in discount in the order block, but whether or not it will react over here, I'm not too sure. Uh, Comparatively, I think euro pound versus the Aussie dollar, I think the Aussie dollar is stronger a little bit. So if I was long, I would long based on Aussie dollar. New Zealand dollar is about the same as euro dollar and also pound dollar. Uh, Dollar Swiss franc, same thing. we see that on the monthly chart, price take out the sell side liquidity, and we had multiple manipulation over here. Um, this price action is bad. Like, if anyone would have traded this price action, would be so mad at this. So right now, I think the price might come back down to this daily fair value. Um, just because that there's no other fair value created over here. That's the only one. Again, someone asked me in the chat, what about this 4 hours fair value created? Yes, this is a strong one. But we always we always go from the high time frame to the lower time frame. So at first, I would check that whether a weekly has any fair value created because that shows us where the strength is, where the order flow is. Next one I would check is the daily, and subsequently the 4 hours and 1 hour. So we can say that this is a 4 hour fair value. That's correct. But if price were to jump from here, it has to create another fair value here in order to go long. But if it's not, um, price might likely seek the bearish fair value and then down, continue down, and seek the daily liquidity and go back up again if this is still bullish. This means that if the price come back down to this daily fair value, does this means that it's no longer bullish? No, it's not, because it's seeking the bullish fair value, which is still in place with all the alignment that we have. So uh at this point of time on the H4 candle, I don't see this as anything good for long yet. We are right in the discount of 50% for our fair value, but it's just not showing any strength at this moment. So this is definitely not on my watch at this moment. I have the daily POI drawn out on my outlook. So I'm on the blue flag here. This is for my daily outlook. So um right now it's just waiting game. Uh USD Japanese yen. So we have sell side liquidity tagged out. We had price manipulated all this low here. Um, I think I took a shot last week on the pound Japanese yen. I got a loss for that. Same thing, I look at this big fair value and another new fair value created. I thought that this low would have been the drawn on liquidity. But price didn't actually created over here. Price didn't create a new lower time frame fair value, which is a bearish fair value, but instead it's seek liquidity and create more bullish fair value over here. So at this moment, looking at this price action, I would say that this is target. This is the short term draw of liquidity. Um, we have reacted well from this daily fair value. Keep in mind that if this week ends up with this kind of candle over here, which I don't think so, that means that there will be a new weekly fair value created. But looking at right now, I will just focus on daily and 4 hours. We have another 3.5 hours to go. So likely this, unless there's any catastrophic movement over the next few hours. But if this daily fair value is created, yes, I think price will seek this liquidity again. So going back down to these 4 hours, we have a large, huge 4 hours candle over here. Looked at this retracement. this is a perfect retracement candle that I would like to see. So if price is still bullish at this PD array, we want to see price come back down with this kind of movement. Why do I say so? So if I want to make it simple for you to see, this is a high time frame. For example, this is a high time frame. But in terms of our high time frame, how do we know that this is going up again? Provided that there's a high time frame POI over here, which is order block, a fair value, or whatever that you can use. Um, on a lower time frame, you can actually see that price is doing this. Give me a second here. Go again. So oh, right, this go again. Okay, so you can see the price is doing something like that, making lower high, lower low. At times it will manipulate, give you a fake move, and then manipulate again, and then we can see something like that. So this is a low time frame, right? Why does the price do this? So higher time frame, we make a new higher high. Let's say we have a new higher point here, and we created a new higher time frame POI over here. So why do we know that we have the confirmation to go long in terms of low time frame? Um, more than often, price will have all this buy side liquidity build up, give you a fake move, go into this POI over here, fake move, and then liquidate you again. It really comes down to time zone that you actually, the Q zone that you actually trading. If this is something that you are, let's say you are trading a USD Japanese yen, this is an Asian pair and dollar pair. So you might want to focus this pair during the Asian session or the New York session. Sometimes London session will have to move too. So you need to make sure that the entry point here is actually given during the Q zone. Manipulate again, and then disrespect the bearish POI here. Instead, it creates a new fair value, and then it makes a higher low, a higher high. That means that price will likely seek the weak low over here, which is the higher high. Why do we say it is the weak low? Because the weak low doesn't create, the weak high doesn't create a new low. So this strong low is still being respected. So to be safe, I would say that this would be the safer point to long at because we know that um, a higher high has been created internally and a higher low has been created as well. So this will be uh, the uh, the safest point to long at. So I would not go into more deeper here. If you want to understand a bit more, please let me know. Please message me or whatever that you might want to. I can explain a little bit further from there. So this one itself, I would want to see price created a new daily fair value, and then hopefully we can take a long back up to the ERL. This is still pretty intact. I think we don't have to really manipulate this slow point again. It should go continuation. So we will just wait for the entry to be given. Don't have to rush for now. Ideally, for this kind of H4 or daily POI, I would demand for a new at least a 1 hour fair value created and a market structure shift. Gold still high up over here. There is a lot of weekly fair value created at the bottom, and surely a monthly as well. So still waiting. I mean, I took a paper trade last Friday. I was just taking it for demo wise. Um, Look at this price action. This is crap. This is crap. I think it's the same for silver as well. So all this liquidity has been taken out. It has all the reason to come back down again. Because it did not create a new strong higher high with a new fair value. So I think, let me check here. Yeah, it's just a weak the damage. Uh, I think we might be able to look at this low for this week draw liquidity, basically. Yeah. Uh, what I'm watched this week is actually those pair with Japanese yen. Reason why I say this is because like the one that I just showed you on my screen, which is the dollar Japanese yen, I think we are on a long watch. Um, but how do we know which Japanese yen pair that it's giving the most confident play? Instead of USD JPY, there are a lot more like the Aussie dollar Japanese yen, um, pound Japanese yen, euro Japanese yen. Which one do we know that if we want to long? So in short, if you want to long, we want to long the strongest pair, right? So let's say I'm watching USD JPY. Um, if I go to pound JPY, you can see that the price did not create a new fair value over here, whereas on the USD JPY, it has a stronger movement over the last week. Look at Aussie Japanese yen, same thing. Swiss franc a little bit stronger. CAD Japanese yen a little bit stronger as well. Euro Japanese yen a little bit iffy, I would say. So double check with all these major pair, you would know that let's say I want to compare Aussie dollar Japanese yen. So let's say you're looking at USD JPY and you want to confirm whether this one and Aussie dollar Japanese yen, which one is the best to go long. Um, you can take AUD USD as a reference. And then from here, if USD is bullish, you know that AUD Japanese is the preferred pair. If you AUD USD is bearish, that means dollar is stronger. We want to long USD JPY. Does that make sense to you guys? If it doesn't, again, ping me in the chat. I will explain you to a little bit more detailed. But that's the way that I actually use to determine which one to go for. Sometimes it can be a little bit hard to determine because, for example, when you're looking at this reference, you can't really identify which one is stronger. AUD is stronger or USD is stronger. That means the price is sideways for these two. That will be a little bit difficult. But if The reference pair is giving a very strong indication whereby whether it's bullish or bearish, it's really easy to find out which one to go for. So, example, looking at this, this is this has made a new higher low, right? It's in the weekly fair value. But at this moment, price might reverse. Yes, it need a strong move, but at this moment, we trade order flow is still bearish. At this moment, we even retrace a little bit more. So nothing wrong on that. If you want to long USD GPY, I think USD GPY is currently my watch this pair for this week and look at this price retrace. This is beautiful. Okay, so moving on to indices. I will not cover too much of this major cost pair. Sorry, I forgot about it. So I just want to go through some of those that are still on my watch list. I talk about this Euro AUD. I think I think we are bearish, but I thought we would actually seek this daily fair value, but it just doesn't. So I will skip that. Aussie dollar, New Zealand dollar, same thing. At this at overshoot over the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks, price has been here. So nothing wrong that you actually missed this out. You can actually wait for price to come back down here again. Be it any POI, it might create a new weekly fair value. So we can wait for maybe another 1 or 2 weeks to see the lower time frame. 4 hours or maybe daily to go long again. I think it's still long right now. So this is on my daily watch list. I've not taken anything on this one yet. Still waiting. On a weekly time frame, um, Aussie dollar, Canadian dollar. I think this is pretty pretty good to go long. I think. Still waiting for the IRL to be tagged. Okay, so apparently this has got to my alert. Let me remove this. Let me remove this. So look at this. It has, why do I say long? Why do I say bearish? Look at this sell side liquidity over here. So I've been waiting for this for like, I don't know, like few weeks, I think. Waiting it for waiting for it to actually go back up to this monthly and weekly fair value. We had this monthly fair value. We also had this overlapping with the weekly fair value. I would want to see the weekly fair value to be disrespected so that I can take a shot back down to here. So I think this is coming pretty potential. I would draw this out just to make sure that we will cover it. I think we also had daily shifting in terms of structure. I think this will likely close in this manner. Yeah, this is pretty okay, I think. Also overlapping with this. Yeah, I think this is pretty okay. Well, if price disrespect here, we might take this fair value and then down. Or price seek the RL and then up again, and then we will see. So it really depends on how it react over here. I've covered this pair just now. Pound Swiss franc. This was something that I was watching. Uh, But when I look a little bit closer, yes, last week candle closed pretty nice. But when I look at a little bit closer, um, I actually saw that this sells liquidity. I can't say for sure now. I can't say that if this will eventually be taken out, but it looks like it is because looking at 4 hours, all this fair value failed. So we might see price come back down again, manipulate all this sales liquidity, and then have the real move. So this still need a little bit of time. Again, this weekly fair value has been disrespected. At this point of time, I would not long. I will wait first. So yeah, that's about it for forex pair. So main watch, I think we are watching the USD Japanese yen long for intraday play, and some of the daily and also weekly pair that I will be pinging in the group. Um, just to answer a little bit on one of the members' question, he was asked, he was asking for some pairs here. So out from his list here, I can see that most of them have been covered. Just one more that I have not, which is the pound Japanese yen. So same thing, pound Japanese yen. This is still bullish in my opinion. I don't think this low will be manipulated once again. I think this 4 hours value will hold. But it's just a little bit weaker than the USD JPY, I think, in my opinion. So still waiting. When I enter, I will need to double check with the pound USD to see which one is stronger in order to go long. Other than that, I will talk a little bit on the while a lot of people look into crypto, I think I'll just give a shot. So we made a higher high. Last week candle closed very nicely. It did not disrespect the weekly fair value. Um, it wicked into it. Wick does the damage. Always remember that. Although daily wise, it seems like it's still bearish. Well, price can be a manipulation for this case. So I don't know whether we will hold this low, but I think overall we are still bullish. Price might come up again, react off this week daily fair value, and then back down again, but manipulated once again the full move. So at this point of time, I think the bullish still intact. If I've been long, I would not hold my long position too long. Or to maybe to this era, I would not do that because usually my take is that price will take into a POI more than once. So look at the weekly POI here. This is the first time, and then another time to manipulate it. Then manipulate it. Ethereum, this is much weaker than Bitcoin. As we can know, look at here the Ethereum Bitcoin chart. This is bearish. So if want to long, I would focus on Bitcoin at this moment, unless this is shown disproven. That's about it. So I'll stop share my screen here. Um, and then if there's any question, ping me in the chat or DM me. I will answer any questions that seems valid to me. If you need any help, please let me know. Thank you.